Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, the party ventured forth onto the northern road from Kenora, looking for the lost shipment of medicinal ingredients for Vivian, the ingredient shop owner. Along their way, they came across a suspicious horse and carriage that looked like it was recently beaten up in a battle. They inspected the horse and carriage closer, and out came a pack of bandits ready to slice and dice the party apart. Unfortunately for the bandits, they were no match for the party's renewed vigor and equipmental prowess, and they were all killed in very excruciating detail. The party now finds themselves riding back towards Kenora in the horse and carriage. And with that, we are now back to the present. So, the time is around 3:45 p.m. The party is trotting along inside the horse and carriage as the horse silently but surely makes its trods along the dirt path. You can hear the sound of the carriage driver giving slight commands to the horse. It's currently drizzling out, just a tad bit. Although the clouds are clearing up little by little, they're looking a little less gray. About 5 minutes pass as you all sit in the carriage. Lisbeth has not yet regained consciousness. About 5 minutes have passed, and all of a sudden, you hear the horse outside whinny and stop. You feel the slump of the carriage as it loses momentum and comes to a halt. You can hear the carriage driver mutter something, though you do not hear what he says precisely. But you could somewhat hear him talking in lengthened sentences. Okay, there's no windows in the carriage, so you're looking outside the doors. Okay. You open the doors of the carriage and take a look outside. To your left, you notice what it looks like a traveler conversing with the carriage driver at the front of the carriage. He appears to be rather well equipped for a traveler, and you can start to now make out what they're saying to each other, or at least what the carriage driver is saying. Carriage driver says, "Yeah, I think there's a little bit more room on the back. You can certainly hop on board. I'm not really in a position right now to charge, so you can get inside if you want."
Well, that's mighty kind of you. I'll hop on into the back of the carriage with everyone else. Hello there, folks. How are you doing this fine evening?
Doing pretty good myself. How about you?
Oh, just coming back from a journey. Figured I'd stop by the town.
All right, so Peregrine, have you entered the carriage at this point?
Yes.
Okay. As you step inside the carriage, you notice the very distinct odor of slowly rotting flesh and as well as the very unpleasant sight of 4 bloodied bodies on the floor of the carriage, stacked on top of one of each other.
I reach up and grab the brim of my hat a little bit. I say, well now, that's quite the sight. You mind explaining before I start asking questions, or should I just go ahead and point out the elephant in the room?
Well, these are bandits that attacked us. And,
Is that so?
Yep. And as you can see, did not end well for him at all. Especially that one. As I point to, like, the worst looking corpse.
Alrighty then.
It is going to chime in and say, yeah, but I think most of us came out all right, except for her. And I'm like gonna look to Lisbeth, and I'm like still like trying to make sure she's okay.
As you look towards
Anything
Lisbeth,
new?
she's still, you can see her chest rise up slowly and back down again, showing that she's still breathing, although she still does not seem to be gaining consciousness.
Alright, well, I'll try to make sure she stays comfortable. Doesn't get jostled around too much.
Well, alrighty now. I suppose there's no evidence to the contrary, so I suppose I'll just have to believe you fine folks. I sit down, but I continuously, like, fiddle with my hat.
Okay, does anybody else do anything?
I just started cleaning off my
probably
equipment after, after that battle.
Ye ol' murder.
Yeah.
Alright. You hear from the front of the carriage driver shouting. Are we all ready to go back there?
Well, I'm ready.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And off we go, lads. He giddies the horse, and with one simple command, the horse starts making its path down the road once more.
Well, now, I don't think we've been properly introduced yet. My name is Peregrine Tarner. You can call me Perry for short.
Nice to meet you, Perry. I'm Daniel Reynolds.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, and I'm Ada. Ada Gaspo. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Alright, so what does Peregrine look like?
So, he is skinny. Not you can tell just by looking at him he's not very much a physical fighter.
Alright.
He's got a monocle and red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a length of I have a Hero Forge model I can show y'all later.
Okay.
But
If you want
he's
to,
got-
you can. Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt.
No, it's good. I can show it now if that also works.
You can set it in one of the text channels.
That'd be cool.
Perfect. I'll do that.
Yeah, either General or one of the others.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Sorry for
Alright, give me
interrupting your
just a minute.
description, though.
No, you're good. I'm bad at descriptions. This works much better.
Pictures work much better for the likes of us.
Picture's worth 1,000 words. Oh, here's Nimbus.
Oh, hello. Does Nimbus like back pats?
Yes. Well,
Nice.
she tolerates them because I like to
Alright.
give them to her.
Alright, well.
All right. Well,
I'm just
Well-
getting the
all right. While you're getting that set, finding that image, okay. As Peregrine and Eric are, not Eric, as Peregrine and Daniel are conversing, Liar, the tiefling, motion looks towards Ada and motions over for her to have her ear.
Alright, I guess, is she, like, sitting on the other side of the carriage? Or, like...
Yes.
Alright, do I have to, like, move over, or can I, like, lean in close enough to hear her from where I'm sitting?
You can lean in closer to hear her from where you're sitting.
Alright, I'll do that, then.
All right. You lean in closer, and she starts talking into your ear, very quietly. From those bandits, I picked up some copper pieces, about 20 pieces, and I also found this strange-looking note here. I don't think I can read it, but perhaps one of you can.
Ada's gonna reach for the note and say, I will if I can try.
She says, "All right, well here you go then." She hands a scrappy-looking white folded note into your hands.
Alright. She's gonna, like, open it and, like, try to read it right away.
Okay. You unfold the note and begin reading. It's written in common, so it's not hard for you to understand. It goes as follows. Nine Toes, you and your mob of runts better not disappoint me again. Your group is to patrol the northern road out from Kenora and silence any travelers happening by. Leave no survivors. If you find anything of interest, meet with my contact. Red enigmas frequently refrain unto many semblances, prior as such soothingly. L. The note ends.
Huh. That's weird. I guess I'll like show it to Daniel.
Also, the Hero Forge screenshot is in general.
Okay, I'll look at that. Okay.
Okay. Very nice. Do you have the file that you want me to import, or do you just have an image?
Just the image. I have not bought the actual file.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Just remember, if you ever buy that file and want me to import it into the game for you, just let me know. Okay.
Will do. Only thing I couldn't add is his hat has a tarot card of the devil, in the little band around it, just like sticking out of it.
Yeah, that's probably kind of hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So Ada, you hand the note to Daniel.
Yep.
All right. Daniel, do you choose to do anything?
Did Ada read out the note out loud, or was it just like completely?
No, I think she just read it to herself.
Ada read it to herself. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have it, look at the note, and then kind of be. And I'm sorry. Is it in a language that I could actually understand, or is it?
It's written in common. It's written in common.
Okay.
Do you need me to repeat the contents of the message?
No, I got that. So, I read it and I go, huh. Well, I guess we should head out to this point after, we lug these bodies back. Like I'm saying that out loud. Anyone,
Might I inquire
correct? Sorry.
Might I inquire as to where you're going?
Well, we're gonna meet with, I'm sorry, I kind of forgot what the note said. I know, like, I talked about a location for, Nine Toes.
Nine
I
Toes,
can repeat
whoever
the
wrote it,
message.
Yeah, if you don't
I'd
mind.
say yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you read over the note. You read over the note that Ada handed you. Nine Toes, you and your mob of runts better not disappoint me again. Your group is to patrol the northern road out from Kenora and silence any travelers happening by. Leave no survivors. If you find anything of interest, meet with my contact. Red enigmas frequently refrain unto many semblances, prior as such soothingly. L. The note ends.
All right. So,
Well, now, that sounds mighty fascinating.
yeah. And I don't know if you heard, but, Nine Toes, apparently he has a bounty on his head.
Well, does he now?
Yep.
Consider my interest piqued.
Oh, yeah.
You hear Io, the Genasi sorcerer across from you in the carriage, speak up. Did you say something about that Nine Toes fella?
I did.
Can you hand me that note?
I hand him the note.
Io looks the note up and down. And then he says, "Ah, I see," to himself, before pointing the note out towards the rest of the group. There's an encoded message in this note. Not very subtle one either. The phrase "red enigmas frequently refrain unto many semblances, prior as such soothingly." It's meant to be gibberish to a normal eye, but for one such as mine, that doesn't fly by. What that translates to, all you have to do is take the first letter of each word, and you have yourself a location. Referum's Pass.
Alright. Sounds like that's where we'll be going after we drop these bodies off. Unless anyone objects.
I don't suppose you folks would mind too terribly if I tagged along, would you?
Nah, more the merrier.
Excellent.
I mean, all the help we can get, of course.
Especially if we're going against, this psycho Nine Toes.
Okay, does anybody else do anything in the carriage, or just does everyone kind of sit idly until the carriage arrives at Kenora?
Yeah.
Sit idly.
I would say sit idly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I'm gonna still monitor Elizabeth.
Okay. About a half an hour passes by. It's around 4:20 p.m. now. Don't laugh.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just realized what the time I just said was. But
Nice.
anyway, about half an hour passes as the horse trods along the dirt path. You hear the horse whinny, and the carriage comes to a stop yet again. You can hear the carriage driver shout into the back of the carriage, "We're here!" As you can hear him dismount the carriage.
All right. Time to hop out.
Yep.
All right, let me just load up the map.
Yeah.
All right, is this the one? No, that's not it. Here we go.
Just gonna...
Actually, this would be north. So you all
Alright.
exit the carriage.
I exit the carriage, but I'm also like looking around for a guard as I exit out.
Okay. As each of you begin to exit the carriage, Ada, Ada, as you've been monitoring
I'm gonna say
Lisbeth's condition.
Daniel. Hey, help me with carry Lisbeth.
Oh yeah. Me and Halfgan will help.
But as you finish that thought, Ada, you notice that next to you, as you begin making your way off the carriage, you start to hear some groans coming from Lisbeth. You see that
I'm gonna go up to her.
you see that she begins slowly opening her eyes, and she first sees you, and she's weakly says, "What happened? I, am I alive?"
Yes, you're okay. You're fine.
Oh,
You got hurt pretty bad in that attack, but don't worry, I took care of you.
oh, thank you, Ada. You're too kind. I messed everything up, didn't I? Oh, I shouldn't have come along. My mother was right. I was just only a bother after all.
No, it's alright. No, that's not true. That's not true. But it is dangerous. We decided it would be best if we brought you back to Kenora.
Are
I'm
you...
sorry, but I think it's best you don't come along.
You're taking me back to my mother, then?
Well, yes, we're back here in Kenora.
She's... She's never gonna let me out of the house again after this. She thought I told a little lie. I told her I was just off to the tavern for a bit. And now she's gonna see me like this. She looks down at the wounds inflicted on her from the bolts. I just wanted to see the world a bit. Now I'm never gonna see outside the village again after now.
No, it's alright. I'm sorry it didn't go well, but if it makes you feel better when I come back, I'll teach you about medicine.
Thank you, Ada. I'd appreciate that very much. She starts to try and get up from the carriage, but she's too weak to.
Nah, man. And I'll try and help her out, get out of the carriage.
Okay. Considering that she needs a quite a bit of assistance, I'm gonna have you roll a quick strength check.
Ah, fuck, I need my dice. How do I not have my dice? Alright, here we go, everyone. 6 minus 2. 5.
Your
Not
total roll
minus
is 5.
2 minus 1, I meant.
So is your
Yes.
total roll 5? Okay.
Yes.
You attempt to help her up from the seat of the carriage, but even for as daint of a young woman as she is, she's just a tad bit too heavy for you to carry. You grunt and you weave a bit, and as you realize you just can't manage the strength to hoist her up onto your shoulders and carry her out.
Yeah, just a little kobold. All right, well, I'll ask Daniel for help then.
Okay. I'll, go over there to help. Guessing I also got to roll a strength, or...
If your help, yep, you could roll a strength check to help Lisbeth out of the carriage. Seven.
Yep.
You have, what's your strength modifier?
Give me 1 second. I gotta bring that up because I don't know myself.
Well, I can also bring it up.
Oh, I should have this open to begin with.
Yeah, +3, so that's a 10.
Okay.
Paul, off topic. On the character sheet that I sent you, I forgot that I still had one language choice left. So there's common, infernal, and then there's something just labeled language. I chose dwarvish.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me know.
Just
All
so
right,
I'm not like pulling that out of my ass later.
All right, well, we already went over your backstory before, so I approved those languages for you.
Sick. You didn't hear that I can speak infernal.
Okay. Well, I don't know that, and you don't know what I can speak.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So Daniel, you managed to hoist Lisbeth's body onto your shoulders, and you can hear her quiet, gainful breaths under, as she struggles a bit to let one of her arms around your neck, but you manage to keep her stayed on your back as you take her out of the carriage. So now you're carrying Elizabeth on your back.
Sounds good. I guess I'll start heading in the direction of the potion shop, wherever that was.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
I will come along.
Okay.
But as I'm also walking away, I quickly look over at the wagon driver, and I'm like, "Don't you dare move! You're staying right there."
You do this in an intimidating fashion.
No, I'm just telling them.
Okay. He looks to you, Daniel, and he says, "Right you are, sir. You won't see me moving from here. I promise." So the party makes their way to the ingredient store?
Yep.
Okay. You make your way to the ingredient shop and open the door. You notice that Vivian is standing at her counter with quite the worried expression written clearly all over her face. As she sees you enter, along with Daniel and Lisbeth on her back, her expression of worry quickly changes to one of relief. And she says, "Oh, thank Thank the gods, Lisbeth. She hurriedly makes her way over towards Daniel and Lisbeth. As she slightly shoves some other people in her way out so that she can make her way over to her daughter. She grasps Elizabeth's face in her between her hands, and she says, "Oh, Lisbeth, where have you been? Oh, I thought you said you were going to the tavern. And what's happened to you? Oh, by the heavens, you're bloodied." Lisbeth starts to weakly say, "It was nothing much, Mother. I promise." She says, "Don't you be ridiculous now, young lady. You're clearly bloodied, and you've had something dreadful happen to you. This is horrible. I don't have any medicine. Travelers, please tell me, have you found the shipment yet? I don't have anything to treat my daughter with yet."
It's okay. She doesn't need any treatment. I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly, Ada healed her last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Ada
say,
performed.
It's alright.
Yeah, sorry.
Ada's gonna say, "Don't worry, miss. I made sure she was alright. And I patched her up the best I could."
She takes notice of the mistletoe you used to staunch her open wounds, and she says, "Oh, I'm glad that you were along to help her, but what was she doing with you? She told me she was just going to the tavern for a change, and I thought it would be quite all right. What happened to her? Please tell me. I hope you understand. It pains a mother so to see her daughter in such a shape."
She got shot.
Shot? By an arrow?
Yep.
Oh, by the gods. She starts to weep. Oh, her precious skin has been... Oh! Destroyed! Such a villainous weapon.
But it's okay. Those guys, they can no longer harm anyone anymore. Especially two of them.
She asks you, Was it bandits?
Yes, it was. But, two of them. Unrecognizable. Absolutely gone.
Thank you. She starts to wipe the tears from her face. I suppose it means that there's been a little justice done. And I should thank the gods more that Lisbeth was not harmed anymore or killed. I have to double my prayers after this. I'll take her up to her room. Thank you for making sure she's alive today, my friends.
Anytime.
Yeah.
She begins to
before, what's her name? The shopkeep?
Vivian.
I was gonna say to Vivian, "Don't worry, we're going after the bandit leader of the area, and I promise we'll find your shipment."
Well, thank you very much, travelers. It brings me joy to hear a little bit of joy that you're closer and closer to finding my shipment. But I need it as soon as possible. I need the medicine in that supply to be able to heal my daughter now. I don't know what else to do. I don't have the money to take to a proper doctor in the town.
I look at Ada and I say, "Do you know any healing magic, by any chance?"
I'm gonna say to Vivian, take her up to her room. I'll see if I can do anything else. And I'm gonna like try to help as much as I can, being a little cold. I'm gonna like try to help get Lisbeth to her room.
Okay. So Vivian takes Lisbeth off of Daniel's shoulders and helps her up the stairs in the corner of the shop. And you follow suit with them, Ada.
Okay.
So,
Does anybody else do anything?
Nah.
Nope.
Real quick before we continue, I also did we ever talk about like if we got any XP from killing those bandits?
Okay, so brief intermission. The way I'll dole out experience is after a long rest.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good. And then also, this is a slightly random question. How tall is Ada supposed to be?
I wrote it somewhere. It's on my character sheet. I think she's 3 feet 6 inches. She is little.
Oh damn.
So I'm only like a foot in like like a foot taller than.
Damn.
Okay, damn.
That's still quite a bit taller than by comparison. I mean, you're the difference between being considered
Yeah, it also does
small and medium.
True.
Mhm. It doesn't help that Ada kind of has a slight noodle arm problem, being just a little kobold.
What race is Daniel? Is he a dwarf?
He's human.
Oh, he's human. He's just how tall?
4'10".
Oh, he's just a short human.
Yep. More specifically, to be quite honest with you, he also looks like Danny DeVito. So.
I'm disappointed you're not doing a Danny DeVito voice.
I'm trying my best, but like it also kind of hurts my throat the more I try to do it.
Fair. That's fair. Danny DeVito is not an easy voice. I can only do his name.
I think I did it pretty good saying so anyways, I started blasting. But
That's
that
pretty
was the
good.
last time. Thank you.
Okay, so back to the campaign. So
Yep.
All right, so the only one that's going upstairs
Thing
to the ingredient shop is Ada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing I went down to Carol's Crossbows and I got myself a side piece.
God, I wish I could hear that joke right now.
Alright, sorry.
Okay.
Good thing I went to Carl's Crossbows and got myself a side piece.
That's how I heard it.
Yeah. My internet hates me today for some reason.
Yeah, you have 999 ping constantly in tabletop. I'm surprised it's this bad today.
By any chance, do you have a Spectrum, if you don't mind me asking?
Verizon.
Oh, okay. Apparently, Spectrum has been having problems for the past, 10 days to a week.
Maybe it could just be any problem.
Well, I don't know what's going on your end, Sean, because I also have a Verizon connection, and seems like I'm doing fine right now.
Yeah, or
Uh,
maybe my brother's streaming or something. I don't know.
and in any case, so Ada, you make your way up the somewhat cramped staircase to a small hallway on the first floor of the or the second floor rather. For yeah, onto the second floor of the ingredient shop. Vivian, Vivian, while holding Lisbeth, quickly rummages through her pockets and says to you, "Could you help me out there a bit? Help me out here a bit. I can't carry her and unlock the door at the same time."
Yeah, Ada's gonna reach for the key and help unlock the door.
Okay. Vivian hands you a key, and there's only one. There's two doors in the hallway that you see. Vivian says, it's the father door on the left."
Yeah, so Ada's gonna go up to the far door and try the keys out.
Okay. You slot the key into the lock, and without much resistance, it turns and easily opens the door.
Yep.
Vivian then quickly makes her way inside the room along with Lisbeth. She Do you walk in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in with them.
Okay. You walk into what you could presume is supposed to be Lisbeth's room. There's
Uh-huh.
some from what you can see of the room, there's some typical adornments for a room of such stature, although the room itself is rather small.
Yeah.
There's a simple there's a simple straw and cloth bed in the corner, and the-
Okay.
atop the bed and along some shelves are also some dolls, some button dolls. Vivian puts Lisbeth on the top of the bed and lays her across it. She she grabs a chair from the corner of the room and takes a seat beside Lisbeth and begins begins gently caressing the side of her head with her hand.
All right.
She says to you,
So,
"Is there a, so what what can you do for her?"
all right. So, I'm gonna hand the keys back to Vivian, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on Lisbeth.
Okay.
Forget. Is that a
You hand the
D8?
keys. It should be, I believe. You hand the keys back to Vivian as she reaches her hand out and takes them back from you, and she stows them back in her pocket, and she begins caressing the side of Lisbeth's head once more as she begins starts start si- she silently starts to mutter some things to herself. You can slightly make out her say, uh, "Please, please, God, please, Viora, please." So you begin casting Cure Wounds.
I roll for that.
Um, did you say? Did you need to roll for that? I didn't hear you on that.
Yes. Should I
Um,
roll?
yes, because Cure Wounds does require you to roll. I believe it is a D8. Uh,
Oh, I got 1, but that's +5. I have my dice on my character sheet. Plus.
yeah, 1d8
Yeah,
plus your
+5,
spellcasting
so
ability
6.
modifier.
So 6.
Okay. You begin the incantation of casting Cure Wounds, and you reach your hands out to Lisbeth. And as the incantation finishes, you could see the rejuvenating magics encompass her whole body, and you could see that her energy has somewhat restored now. She doesn't look as though has one foot in the grave any longer. Her
Alright.
her bolt wounds have significantly been scabbed over, and
Alright.
her eyes open fully once more. She looks
Nice.
she looks to her mother first and says, "Oh, mother, I feel so much better now." She looks over to you, Ada, and says, "Thank you very much. You're too kind to me, truly." Vivian Vivian then quickly hugs Lisbeth, and she says, "Please don't frighten me like that again, my dear. I thought I lost you." Vivian then looks out towards you, Ada, and then and says, "I I don't have much in the way of compensation right now, but I just know you have my thanks once again."
I'm just gonna say, please don't feel too indebted to me. It makes me feel much better knowing that Lisbeth is doing all right now.
Vivian asks you, "Pray tell, do you worship a god? Because truly I think today was a thankful blessing from Viora himself."
Well, I can't say I'm very much religious. I do consider myself a student trying to learn the ways of the arcane.
Well, wherever you've learned your talents, thank you again. I don't know what else I would have done.
Oh, you're very welcome.
She continues to sit there hugging Lisbeth as Lisbeth reciprocates the feeling and begins to hug her back.
Hmm.
After a little bit,
And then I'm gonna say, yeah.
you go.
I'm gonna say to Vivian and Elizabeth, if it's alright, I want to see what everyone else is up to. If all goes well, and then again, I'll bring the bandits to justice and find your shipment, I promise.
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear traveler. That's more than appreciated now, Vivian says.
And now it is gonna exit and and try to look for everyone where everyone else is. But before that, she says, "Goodbye. I'll be back."
Elizabeth, with much more energy in her voice now, says, "Thank you, Ada. Thank you very much. I hope you do come again soon."
I will. All right, now
Okay,
to
so
find where everyone else is.
We're being
Okay,
chased by the
so-
police because we've committed a tax fraud.
Oh my!
well,
I left
with that-
for like maybe about a minute. All right.
funny that since you mentioned it, would the party have been doing anything else while Ada was tending to Elizabeth and Vivian?
Tax fraud. No, I'm
Ada,
kidding.
me, and Ada, who is me, I am me. Ada, Elizabeth, and Vivian were having this nice heartfelt moment, and all of y'all are already fighting with the guards.
No, I was just looking around the store. I
Damn.
didn't actually do anything heinous. Yet.
Okay, thank
I
you.
think as that was happening, I quickly stepped outside to find the guards. Because, we do have dead bodies in the carriage. 4
Very
Okay.
good
to be
point.
exact.
sir.
Does anybody follow Daniel?
I'm just looking around the store for the most part. Because I don't know what he's doing. I'm waiting for Ada.
Okay.
This one, yeah, Ada's, when she comes down the stairs, I guess she's maybe do a little bit of browsing around, like, see if she finds anything cool or interesting, I suppose.
Your compatriot stepped out to go, well, now I don't actually know what he went to go and do. But he stepped out for a moment.
Well, I believe he wanted to turn in the bandits we took out.
That would be the most logical course of action.
Okay. All right. So now everyone is exiting the ingredient shop and making their way to the guard barracks.
Mhm.
Okay.
I guess if
As-
everyone leaves, Ada will follow.
As the party steps outside and walks along the path towards the guards barracks, Io stops the party and says, if I may have everyone's attention for a moment, mine and liars.
Stop and turn.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I do believe it's as much as I would love to be able to accompany your group for whatever comes of these bandit altercations. I believe I have a more important place to be in Yvondell. Me and Lyre have agreed that we'll be heading our way out towards Yvondell now. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, I wish you luck too. Hope you find that guy you were looking for.
Yes.
Of course.
Quite so. Me and him have a lot to catch up on. Alright, Laya. Let's be on our way. Io and Lyre then sullenly make their way out of the town and depart from the party.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna look at Halfkin and I tell him, I think you should stay with Vivian. They're gonna need a bunch of help, especially since Elizabeth is there.
Afghan looks to you, Daniel, and says, "You know what? I think you're quite right on that assessment. It'd be by my right as a paladin of Viora to look after the wounded and sickly."
Well,
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah. I basically
I
wish him luck.
Likewise, Daniel. Afghan then makes his way back into the ingredient shop and closes the door after him.
I guess I'll say to him, yes, best of luck to you.
All right, that's the hard part out of the way. Okay.
Wow.
So, the rest of the party makes their way towards the guards' barracks now.
All right.
All right, as you make your way towards the barracks, you notice two guards stationed out front. Daniel and Ada, you recognize the two guards as the two that first introduced, that first were stationed right outside the town as you first visited.
Great.
Was one of them the one where I tricked him?
Yes.
The one you told I was a slave.
No, not that one. The one that I made him look at his boots for the lace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess Ada's gonna stand back a bit to be away from the guards.
I noticed this and I'm like, is there a problem that you have with the guards?
I'm gonna whisper to Peregrine. It seems they don't like kobolds.
Oh, that would be a problem, I see. I sort of step in front of her, body block a little.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll stand
Okay.
behind in between Daniel and Peregrine.
Okay. Give me just a second here, folks. Preparing some stuff.
Okay.
Does that mean combat?
No, doesn't mean combat.
No.
Or does it?
I am frightened.
Just kidding.
I am frightened!
We could change that.
Very quickly, but we probably shouldn't.
I'd rather not. It would reflect poorly on me if anyone else.
Then again, Ada, they think you're my slave, so you know.
Yes, I haven't forgotten.
So, if anyone, you might be able to get away with it. Us, on the other hand, though. You know.
Okay, so at this point, is the party now making their appearance in front of the barracks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. The two guards out front notice the party approaching, and they seemingly, one of them seemingly recognizes some of your faces, except for Peregrine, whom they do not recognize. What? Oh wait, you said you're body blocking Ada, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Or rather, it's like they're standing in front, and I'm just kind of in between, looking through
Looking through the gap.
between. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make this extra funny.
Oh boy.
All right.
What did I do?
Okay, so um so Ada, I want you to roll me a stealth check.
All right.
Dum 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 dum.
17 plus 3. Total of
Hell
20.
yeah.
Can we start playing
Okay,
Invisible now?
You can do that on your own
Or
time.
just like did the music die?
No, it should still be playing. Is it? I
Yeah,
still
it's
play
still
for me.
playing.
I don't think it's working for me. Oh,
Probably
there it
didn't want
goes.
to access the
Okay.
music.
Might just be a part of your horrible pain today, Sean.
Well, I mean,
Probably.
I did notice it did get like pretty quiet. I think that was just part of the song, because like there was a point in time when like nothing was like moving. So
Might have been that. Also, Eric's the only one that's listening other than me, so at least that's what it says.
I don't know how to access it.
oh, so
You can
go. Yeah, so if you press open chat on general, like the voice chat general, there should be like a invite to listen along on Spotify.
Oh, open chat. Connect Spotify.
You do need the. I don't. Did they explain that you need the?
You need desktop Spotify in order to listen.
Let's see if I can make it work.
Should we take a moment
Nope.
or should I
Nope.
continue?
Never mind. Keep going.
Okay.
All right.
So, as the party approaches the guards' barracks, with Ada in between Peregrine and Daniel, the guards do not seem to realize Ada's presence. One of the guards looks towards Daniel and says, "Well, if it isn't the one that tricked me, you rotten, stinking little runt."
It was only a joke. It was only a joke, I swear.
Best stay is a joke there. And you were the ones that we gave the report to about the broken down carriage, weren't you?
Yeah. Yep. Which,
Well, do you have anything to report? It seems that you've made it out unscathed.
well, on a related note to the carriage, we did find another carriage. And, it was holding about 4 bandits. They, decided to jump us. But, they didn't make it. We did bring the bodies back if, you want to, look at them.
Is that so? He inquisitively says as he looks towards where the horse and carriage are stationed in the village. I don't suppose you mean that carriage over there?
Yeah, it turns out the carriage driver was taken hostage by the bandits, but doesn't seem to be that way no more.
Very well. Well, we'll inspect the bodies of the bandits that you've brought in.
I will say,
we'll
two
make
of
sure
them.
And we'll make
Sorry, you go.
We'll inspect the bodies of those bandits, and we'll make sure that that driver isn't in league with any of them either.
Alright. I will say, two of the bandits, absolutely destroyed. Like, they're all mangled up. They did not have it good. So, might be hard to inspect those two. And also,
I
in
won't
other
ask-
news, we did find this note, and I hand over the, note.
Oh, well, I guess Io had that note last, but you know what? Since he's gone now, I'll say that you have it. Okay. The guard takes the note from your hand, and he opens it, reads it up and down, and says, Well, what do we have here? Bandits are organizing after all. At least by what I read from this script. Frederick, take a look at this. He passes the note over to the other guard across from him as he looks it up and down. And he nods along and hands a note back to the other guard. You wouldn't happen to know who this L is that's signed this letter, do you?
No, I do not. But, me and my, group, we're gonna go investigate him next. We're gonna go see if we could get any information from a person he mentions in this letter.
If you find any updates about, as to where these bandits are organizing, and if you are able to bring any more of them to justice, alive or dead, be sure to bring back evidence of such here. I'm sure with how bad the bandit problem has gotten around these parts, that perhaps even Lord Jespo himself would compensate you as accordingly.
By any chance, what kind of proof do you need for, like, say we come upon other bandits? Like, do you need the whole body, or, can we cut off pieces? Because, lugging back 4 bodies without a carriage, that's gonna be pretty hard.
Just give us the general location of where you found the bodies, and we'll be sure to send out a detachment to investigate.
Alright, that sounds pretty good. Thank you.
Of course, citizen.
I'm gonna also quickly go over to, like, that, guard that I was just talking to and quickly, whisper in his ear. And, I'm gonna say, hey, you wanna quickly play a joke on Frederick?
You're talking to the other guard?
Well, the
one
one who's not, Frederick.
Okay. He looks he looks at you and says, I'm not the type for jokesters.
Yeah, but, it'll give you something to do. Kind of beats just looking at the road all day long. And it'll be funny.
He stomps his spear on the ground. Be on your way, citizen.
Alright,
You've done enough here.
Off we go.
Yep.
All right, as you depart from the barracks, you can faintly see one of the guards go enter inside the barracks and then shortly after comes out with 2 more guards in tow, and they all head towards the carriage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna quickly go over to the carriage and wait, because, me and the carriage driver did have the agreement that he would help us get to, I got the city's name that Ada came from.
Yvondell.
Londell.
There we go. Thank you. So I'm kind of just
Okay.
waiting for the guards to finish doing whatever they're doing.
Okay. So, does anybody else do anything, or?
I'll follow.
Yeah, I guess, it's gonna find a spot to sit, like, near the carriage, and, like, take out one of the artifacts, perhaps, and just, like, kind of, like, examine it, fiddle with it for a little bit.
Okay. So, all right, you start fiddling around with a trinket as the guards are looking over the carriage and conversing with the carriage driver. I got that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of like seeing how the bits and pieces of it work.
Okay.
Or like,
So,
wonder where the fuck even it could have came from.
okay, so you take a look over the trinket a little bit closer. You skim it over. You twirl it around a bit in your hands, even. You finger away at it, seeing if it reacts in some way or does anything in particular. Does not seem to have any much reaction right now.
Nothing new.
You can't seem to find anything new about the trinket.
That you're looking at there.
Alright. It is gonna kind of like, I guess, like, put her hand around it more, to, like, kind of clutch it a bit. And,
Hey, now.
kind of look up at, Grin and then say, to be honest, I'm not quite sure myself. Thing my father possessed, and when I showed an interest in it, he allowed me to take some pieces of it.
Feeling it now. Well, I fancy myself somewhat of an archaeologist, connoisseur of the historics. If you wouldn't mind, would I? You can keep a hold of it. I just want to take a look. Hello?
I suppose that'd be alright. So Ada's gonna, are you gonna sit next to Ada while she shows you?
Yeah, I'll sit next to you.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's gonna, like hold it out in front of you, and then, say, does this look like anything you've ever seen? I mean, my father and anyone at the academy doesn't have any idea it could be, or even from. I mean, my father said he bought it off someone.
I'm gonna, like, I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna like look it over, see if I recognize anything from it from a previous runes that I've looked at. See if I can recognize any language or carvings.
Okay. Glancing at the object in Ada's hand, it's spherical. It appears to be made out of a metallic substance. From the coloration of it, looks to be about brass. It has strange ridges along its side. Not like anything you've quite seen in your time.
These ridges are rather unfamiliar to me, I apologize. But this is quite the interesting conundrum that we've come across here. I apologize I couldn't offer more assistance.
That's quite alright, but I do find it fascinating. I mean, I'm hoping someday I could try to figure out how it works and then, if possible, I try to recreate what it could have been. And then I guess she'll like I guess put this piece away and then just like take a different scrap out.
Say that again?
Show it to Peregrine. She's gonna put the piece she's holding away, and then take out a different scrap, and then show it to Peregrine.
Okay. So you do just that. You pull out a...
Yep.
You pull out a circular, flat trinket, appearing to be made of the same material as the last object. And you hand it to Peregrine. Is that what you do?
No, I'm gonna hold on. I'm just gonna show him.
Okay.
I don't suppose this one looks any more familiar, or does it look like the pieces this piece would fit together with the other piece somehow?
If you'd like to discern that, how about you roll me a... what would be applicable here?
I'd assume maybe a general intelligence or arcana.
Yeah, I was thinking arcana. Let's go arcana check.
Cool. I have +5 in Arcana because I'm a smart boy.
Oh boy.
How do I roll in this darndish thing?
Okay, so are you gonna roll in Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at the dice tower on your side, on the side of your board, on the top, do you see the icons for the dice?
Ooh, I didn't even look at my board.
All right, you see the D20 icon here, the one I'm pointing at, the black cursor?
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, click that and hit roll. All right, so you rolled a raw 10. Adding your modifiers, that's 15. Because you said you had
Hell
plus
yeah.
5, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now what you can do is, for next roll, you can clear the tray. And now it's cleared. So that way you don't accidentally roll the same D20 again.
Cool.
All right,
You can
so...
do your character sheet in here, too.
Yeah, if you want to. You don't have to fill it out in here. I have everyone's character sheets anyway, so...
It's not worth doing it in here compared to outside. I started doing it. It's just not nice.
It takes forever.
It takes forever, but like there's also like some things that you can't like do in there. Like it locked me off to like things that I would normally be able to do. Like I wasn't able to like edit my name and all that for some
Weird.
reason. Yeah.
All right, shall we carry on?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so Peregrine, you look over the object in Ada's hand a little closer. The makeup of the object appears to be very foreign to you. You believe that the material that these items are made of would be of some metal familiar to you, as by their appearance. You would wager brass or bronze would be the most likely materials. The object that Ada is holding in particular right now is flat in her hand compared to the other object, which was spherical. And this one has many ridges along the entire object.
Hmm.
It does not, from what you can tell, it does not appear as though both of these objects can connect in any form of way, or from what you might be able to discern, have some form of reaction to each other.
Hmm. Well, I can't quite discern anything beyond what you see visually. I don't believe they're related to each other, however. They do seem to have the same ridges. Uh, so that could be. I'm thinking a result of the making process, or perhaps it's just a stylistic choice of the designer. We can never be too sure.
I mean, yes. Considering it was removed from where it was found, the context in which it was discovered is entirely lost, but rest assured, they all seem to be related enough. As if some or all of the pieces were once a part of something.
Fascinating.
Alright, so I guess Ada's just gonna keep showing him the different pieces she brought with her.
Okay, while you're doing that, shall we change focus to Daniel and the guards and the carriage driver?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So, Daniel, you've made your way over to the horse and carriage along with the guards. And the guards almost immediately begin interrogating the carriage driver. One of them, who you don't recognize from the village before, speaks up to the carriage driver and says, "All right then, sir. So tell me now, what's your name?" And the carriage driver responds with a somewhat worried, "Oh, my name is Ibram." "Okay, Ibram. So, tell me the story. What'd you do along the road? What happened to you?" Ibram responds, "So, I was just traveling along the road towards Yvondell, or rather, no, I was traveling from Yvondell, and I was heading towards Kenora here, see? And there was nobody in my tow. It was just me. and all of a sudden, my horse whinnies as a bunch of ragged individuals make their way on the road. So logically, I think, well, these must just be travelers, right? So I let them on board I allow them on board my carriage. I offer it to them, and almost immediately they brandish weapons and they threaten to slit my throat if I don't comply. I was horrified. So I did what they asked me to. I let them take control of my horse and carriage. I was afraid to fight back against them. I don't have a weapon of any kind or any abilities to fight back. So I did what I was told from them. I'm sorry if I've caused more trouble than I should have. The guard looks Ibram up and down and says, "Well, if you don't mind me, sir, we're going to just quickly do a quick search of your belongings. Make sure you're not carrying anything suspicious. We're going to make sure that you're not lying to us about your story. And then, if everything's in order, you'll be on your way." Ibram says, "Yes, very much, sir. Do as you need to." One of the guards starts body searching Ibram. Pats his coat down and searches through a few of his pockets and a bag he's carrying. He gives a thumbs up to one of the guards and says, "Nothing I can see in here?" Then the guard conversing with Ibram before says, "Okay, the two of you, over to the carriage. Look at the bodies, see if there's anything on them." Two guards make their way towards the carriage by his orders. The Ibram and the guard continue to converse.
I quickly step in and I ask the guard, "Is there anything you need to ask me, or only gonna talk to Ibram?"
The guard looks to you, Daniel, and says, "Well, you think you have anything important to say? You're the ones who found this lad, right? So what's your side of the story?"
Yeah. I tell him the entire story, including the, so anyways, I started blasting. But of course, I missed. Because, I'm a fighter. But, I also
Okay.
mention that, we dropped Elizabeth off at the, potion shop, and she was injured, but, Ada healed her up. So right now she's at the, ingredient/potion shop.
Okay. So as you're telling your side of the story to the guard, the other two guards begin to take the bodies of the bandits out from the carriage and plop them onto the ground in front of the carriage doors. They start, and you can visibly, out of the corner of your eye, see them rummage through the bandits' former belongings. As one of the other guards also takes a visual inspection of the carriage. After you're done telling the story, the guard says, "I see. Well, pray tell that your band wasn't too injured by those unsavory individuals. And as for the daughter of the ingredient woman, sorry to hear that's what happened to her. This is why civilians should stay in the houses, especially when there's bandit activity about. We don't want any more unfortunate incidents like that happening. She can pray to the gods that she didn't die this day.
Yep.
In case you're wondering, I don't have any reason to believe that you'd be in league with these bandits. Not from what I could tell, anyway.
It's good to know. Thanks for telling me.
Like you told my cohort before. If you find anything new about these bandits, where they're organizing, or what have you, be sure to come back here and report it.
Will do.
Okay. Oh. Did you also tell them about the encoded the encoded message in the note that Io had revealed previously?
I did not know.
No. Okay.
But I did fully hand over the note, so like they still have it. So, if they couldn't encode it, it's kind of on them.
Okay.
So what was the encoded place name? What was it called?
As Io revealed to you before, the message seemed to reveal a name, Refrum's Pass.
All right.
So, are we all done with the guard, or?
Is that with a U or an A?
Refrum's Pass. If you need me to spell it out for you,
it's RF.
REF.
A or RUM.
REFRUM.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so the one guard is still conversing with the carriage driver, Ibram.
Mm-hmm.
Is the party gonna just wait until they finish?
Well, I'm gonna quickly walk up to the guard and say, if you need to ask me any more questions, I'm gonna be at the tavern. I'm gonna go, visit my good old pal there.
Very well, citizen, he says to you. Be sure not to cause any more trouble around here, will you?
I'll try not to.
Okay. What does everyone else do?
Oh dear. Follow?
Follow Daniel?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, Ada's gonna follow too.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Daniel, forgive me if I was not mistaken. I believe we were going to be going bounty hunting. Am I wrong?
We are. It's just, I gotta give my good old pal, the tavern keeper, a visit, because he's actually the one who told me about the bounty of nine toes.
Very well now. Let's go pay this friend of yours a quick visit.
Yep. By the way, he makes great rum ham. Him and his wife.
Interesting.
So everyone makes their way to the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The party makes their way into the tavern, and let me get out the map. Uh, okay. Oh wait, you're not supposed to be here yet. Either. All right, come on, pal.
Oh, damn, you can even name the characters. I didn't notice that.
Which
Yeah.
ones?
Like
You
our,
mean the pieces?
yeah.
Huh. Also, Duncan, the purple nameplate, you can change that to what the name of your character on your side.
Mm.
See how like the green one says Ada Gaspo on it? If I could.
Ta-da.
Oh, neat. Did it not show up for me?
Are we all ready, or?
I
Mhm.
am.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So the party makes their way inside the tavern, and the time is around about 5 p.m. now. As you walk inside, you
Alright.
see as you walk inside, you notice the reassuring and comforting scent of homemade pie and waft through the air. You notice
Very nice.
you notice a table is in the you notice a table in the tavern is completely occupied by a group of 5 different men, as they seem to be loudly conversing away with each other.
Hmm.
You could see Belric, the tavern owner, at the counter, as he most usually is. He notices the party enter. He looks at Daniel and Ada and says, "Well, friends, how's it been?"
Been pretty good. We actually got a lead on Nine Toes.
Ah, you found the 9 toes, have you now?
Well, we haven't
Well-
found him, but we're a step closer.
A
Oh,
step
that was
closer, you
wrong.
say. Well,
Yep.
have I got some good news for the lots of you? I received word that the Lord himself, that Lord Jaspo himself, has taken notice of this dastardly bandit, and he's upped the bounty on him.
All right. Sounds like great
you bring
news.
If you bring him in alive, you could expect a paid of you could expect a paid of 10 gold pieces, and if dead, then he'll come in at around half that at 5 gold pieces.
Now, what if he's
Sounds like a pretty good deal, if you ask me, huh?
Oh yeah. Now,
Bad.
what if he's a little cut up, but still alive?
Perhaps a little
Well, I'm
crispy.
sure if he's just a little bit cut up, but alive, they wouldn't mind. I'm sure the governor wouldn't mind sending a message to the rest of the bandits out there about what happens to their kind.
Well, let's just say, once I get my hands on him, he'll no longer have 9 toes.
Ah, I see what you're implying there, my friend. Belric laughs very heartily. So, any other business? What can I get for you, my friends?
I don't know, got any rum ham?
Again,
Belric
with
looks
this,
at you again as you
I guess so.
mention rum ham, and
What is rum ham?
and he says, "Ah, another rum ham you're asking for, lad. Well, I think you'll be happy to know that the missus has improved her craft at it a bit more."
Alright. Sounds pretty good to me. Can I get one of those?
Of course, my friend. Belric then looks towards the kitchen doors and shouts, "Beatrice! Another rum ham for the strange one. You know the one." You can hear the Beatrice from inside the kitchen yelled back, "Another one? But we're almost out of rum." Belric
Why's
then
rum
says-
gone?
Belric
The
then
rum gone.
Belric then shouts back, "What do you mean the rum's gone? We got plenty of it over here at the bar."
I quickly chime in and I ask, oh my god, what was that one drunk's name? Real quick.
Dorn.
What's it?
Jack Sparrow?
I mean,
Yeah, it
far
was
off.
Dorn.
I ask, has Dorn drank all of the rum?
Belric looks like he's about to search the wine cabinet for a bottle of rum, but as you speak up, he looks towards you and says, "Well, he hasn't drinking me whole supply yet. Actually, come to think about it, that lad hasn't been. Usually it has come around here by now. He has, huh?
Well,
Have
that's
you
not
seen
good.
him by chance?"
I didn't, but before we left town, he said he was gonna go fishing.
Well, that's what he always says. That's what he always does. You don't suppose anything's happened to him out there, do you?
Well, I hope not, but we did warn him about this one type of fish that kind of attacks anything. Even other fish.
Oh. By the... Blatty, you wouldn't... He looks like he's exasperated for a moment, and then he collects himself and continues on. What? Now I'm really concerned about that lad. I mean, other than his drinking problem, but gives me more money. But regardless, I'm concerned about his well-being. So
I am too.
Maybe-
he was a very nice
maybe
guy.
maybe go over to the shore and check on him.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know where else he would go.
Yeah, it is gonna chime in and say, yes, it's best we make sure he's okay.
Quickly ask Belric, would you be able to, hold off on making the rum ham so I can quickly go check to see, if I see any fishermen out there?
All right, Belric says, "Oh, all right, lad. I'll do just that." He looks towards the kitchen and shouts out, "Beatrice, pause the rum ham!" Beatrice yells back, "But it's already in the oven!"
Well, I already forgot the guy's name.
Belric?
But, not Belric, the
Dorn?
other one. Yeah, Dorn, or Thorn, however you say his name. I say,
Yeah. Dorn.
well, I guess he could wait a little.
Ro-
Okay.
For some reason,
No.
all I can think of is like Rogaldorn.
God damn it! Did I really name him after that? I didn't even realize.
That's just my brain doing it. Yes, it is I, Rogaldorn. Is it only me and you who knows about Rogaldorn? Is that only
I
an
think
us
so.
thing, Duncan? Do you know
No,
who
I mean-
Rogaldorn is?
Eric is
Nope.
somewhat Warhammer pilled. I think.
I mean, I could share our Rogaldorn meme.
Does he have
Well-
white hair and wears golden armor?
Yeah, he's the Primarch of the Imperial Fists. He has like, yeah, he does have gold armor.
Okay, hey lads, before we continue on, I've gotten the sensation I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Tragic.
Sorry to
Really
pause it like
tragic.
this.
Actually, me too. I guess.
Ah,
Yeah, that's fine. I also need to probably restart my computer. Maybe that'll help. So
Okay,
I'll
so
dip out too.
we'll be
So,
back in like 5 minutes, maybe, give or take.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
So,
that sounds
yeah.
bad. Good.
all right. Thank you, lads. I'll be back.
Same.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'm back from the
Hey.
quickest bathroom break I've had. You there, Eric?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you there too, Duncan? I guess not. I guess I should have pointed out that Belric is a halfling, too, to Duncan, since he's
Oh,
never seen
yeah.
him before. Yeah, well, maybe I can mention it in passing. Well, I guess it's just you and me right now. Well, actually, I should be a bit productive.
Productive hell.
Oh, you know, doing DM things. You know the drill. Okay. How do I do this? Now let me configure a few things with the map. Hello?
Hey.
Welcome back. We're
Hopefully.
waiting on Duncan.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Oh.
Oh, you are?
Hmm.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up? I was just quiet.
All right. Well, give me a second because now I've messed up the map a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh. Did I? Oh no! What did I do? Come on. Sometimes I do not like Tabletop Simulator.
Mm.
No, not that one. Oh, why is this being such a pain? Okay, there. The map's loaded back up, but now it looks like it deleted everyone's minis. Great. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna rewind time.
All right.
Okay, this might cause some stuff. Sorry in advance.
I think my ping might be unfucked.
Yeah,
Looks
you
like
look
it.
you look a little more stable. Oh,
I didn't like that.
it kind of jumps to 360 a bit, and then it's back to normal.
All right.
Well, that was weird.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so oh, where were we? So Daniel, you were asking for them to continue cooking the rum ham. That's correct.
Yeah, because it's already cooking, so I'm like, well, might as well,
All right. Belric responds and says, "All right, well, you are right. I don't want good meat to go to waste now, but I do worry about that old fisherman fellow getting into more and more happen chance accidents than I'd like to. Don't want to see anything
Wow.
unfortunate happen to the people of this little village."
Well, I don't mean to worry you, but, so far there's no concrete evidence that, this fish is even in the waters around here. I just told him that, it very well could be that fish. I told him to look out for it just in case.
Yeah, well, telling him to look out for it is not much advice to a man like Dawn anyway. He's not a fighter. He can't defend himself for squat very much. All he's got is his fishing rod. What kind of fishes are these anyway that they would that they would so harm a man in such a way.
May I quickly ask
Alright.
you what the name of it is again?
Yeah, it's gonna describe what the Sahuagin look like.
Okay. You give a brief description about what you've been told about the Sahuagin head on display at the Bates bucket. And Belric looks at Ada and says, "Oh yeah, that thing on his wall. So that's what that is, huh? Definitely not like any fish I've seen, anyway. I mean, the head's basically just as large as a fish body is." As you're conversing, you can, as you're conversing, and a few minutes pass by, you can hear Beatrice come out from the kitchen, and say, "One serving of rum ham."
Thank you kindly. I throw another silver piece at her. Like, you know, kind of like flip it as like a tip.
She puts the plate of rum ham on the counter, and says, "If you don't mind, that'll be 2 silver pieces, actually."
All right. I'll give her 2.
You hand her 2 pieces of silver, and she replies, "Thank you kindly." And as she makes her way back to the kitchen, and she looks at Belric and says, "Oh, don't worry, love. I found a little bit more. Rum under one of the counters. Don't you worry, Nan." Belric looks to her and says, "Well, now, all right, be, my love." She makes her way back into the kitchen, and Belric continues to dry a mug on the counter with a towel.
Well, I look at Peregrine and I say, "You want to try some rum ham?"
I won't deny such kindness.
Alrighty then.
I'll take a little bit.
Okay.
What is rum ham?
It's a ham
Duncan,
that's soaked in rum.
Duncan, if you go to the Dank Memes text channel, scroll all the way up, and then there's a link for rum ham.
So you each take a piece of the you each take a piece of the rum ham by cutting off a sliver with some knives placed on the counter. And
See that Belric didn't like me trying to cut, the rum ham with a
yeah, I guess you
arrow.
could say he's come prepared this time.
There you go.
Yeah. As you put the piece of the ham in your mouth and give it a taste, it has a just rightly cooked, about medium well done taste to it, and the meat just pleasantly melts in your mouth, and it goes down your throat without issue.
That is mighty tasty.
Belric looks to you, Peregrine, and says, Well, I'll be sure to let the missus I'll be sure to let the missus know that you said that. I'm sure she'll be appreciative.
Elric, you should probably put this on your menu in general. Seems like everyone likes it.
Well, you'd be right about that, lad. I think I will add it as a new menu item. We're gonna have to probably increase our shipments of rum, but it should work.
Be your bestseller.
He's-
We'll have gold for days.
He reaches into a shirt pocket and pulls out a small notepad, and he takes a quill out from underneath the counter, and he starts to jot down something.
All right.
So
Alright, hold on, I need to let the cat out. Be right back.
So, did everyone take a piece of the rum ham?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so everyone restores 2 hit points.
Hell yeah.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, so Sean, I just told, because you ate the rum ham, you can restore 2 hit points.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Well, did you?
I mean, I guess I'll take a little nibble.
All right, well, so everyone restores 2 hit points from eating the rum ham.
Neat. I'm back to full.
I was not wounded.
Yeah, neither was I.
Yeah, I think I got slashed at. That was something during that encounter where I was right up against 2 of them. Trying my best.
Okay, so does the party do anything else in the tavern?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I will, I mean, I guess I can just do this, guys think we should, rest here for the night? After, we go look at, to see if Dorn's alright?
Yes, I believe I am quite eager to look after Dorn. While we still have daylight left, of course.
Perhaps we should go look for this friend of yours before we worry about procuring our housing for the evening.
Suppose you're right. So I guess, we'll all head over to, the shore.
We're off to see the wizard.
We're off to see the fisher, the wonderful fisher that is Dorn.
Okay, so-
I don't know the rest of the words.
Gotta follow the gravel road.
All right, just a second, lads.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da. Oh, I misclicked. Shit.
What do you do?
No. No, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
Saw what?
I
Exactly.
actually wasn't looking, so...
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, no.
Pretty sure you got lucky and none of us saw a damn thing.
Good. Stays that way.
Lies. We saw everything. We're just being very nice.
That's not be lying there, Daniel.
You could bribe me with some rum ham.
I will not. The DM will not tolerate bribery. Okay. Anyway. Uh. Okay, so the map I wanted to use is not working. Yeah, not
Alright.
cooperating. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this not scuffed, but a bit creative fashion. I'm gonna pull off
Alright.
everyone's miniatures real quick just so they don't get deleted again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna hide the grid because this one already has one.
Hmm.
Okay, so the party at this point has finished their accommodations in the tavern and is starting to make their way towards the shoreline of Kenora. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, this thing. I swear, I'm not doing anything behind the curtain.
I'm
Even though
not
it very much
looking.
seems like I am. Okay, so. I'm gonna get a little bit artsy here.
Okay.
Am I able to change the pen color? Alright, well. Oh, this is so. Yeesh, that's something, all right. Okay.
Hmm. They should have a fill tool if
I don't know how that would
they
work
should
on these. This.
they should get on that.
Well, if there is, I don't know if there is one. Um. Okay. So. uh. Grid is not cooperating as I would like it. But. Alright, just have to deal with it. Okay.
Hmm.
So. You progress out of the tavern and you make your way. You make a walk down to the shoreline of Kenora. You can see now that the clouds up ahead have now cleared, and you can see a blue sky overhead.
Hmm.
The drizzling has now stopped.
Alright.
The sun faintly shines through some clouds in
Yeah.
the sky.
I walk up like really
It's
close to the
there.
shore. Oh, sorry. You go.
I'm not done yet. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
So actually, let me. Okay, can we agree that where there's squiggly lines, there's water? Can we agree on
Yes.
that? Okay, cool. So, as you approach the shoreline, you notice that there doesn't seem to be too much of particular note as of yet. But as you get closer, you start to see something in the distance. Everyone roll a perception check.
Okay.
D20 again.
D20, yep.
Ah, fuck. Where's my
I got
perception?
14. And then...
I rolled it.
All right, I got 6.
Okay.
I got 12.
6 is your total roll,
Yes.
Sean? Okay.
Total 12.
And then,
Oh,
Eric,
I
you
got-
rolled a 14. What's your modifiers?
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Give me 1 second. So I actually rolled an 18.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right. So Daniel and Peregrine, as you get closer to the shore, you notice the faint outline of what looks to be a humanoid shape laying down on the shore. As small waves crash over the figure.
Shit, I'm running toward.
It does not seem to appear to be moving.
Oh,
Miss Ada, I do believe we will require your healing abilities.
All right, it is gonna come over.
Okay, so you all come over towards the. All of you are approaching.
Yep.
Mhm.
It is stored. No.
Okay, as you make your way towards the figure, you start to feel a peculiar rumbling under your feet. Under the sands, they tremble.
Oh.
Hmm.
Can I prepare?
And as you get closer still, you can hear the water start to make some unusual sounds. It sounds as though something is swimming very rapidly inside the deeper parts of the water on the shoreline.
Grab him and go. Grab him and go. Let's go. Get out of here.
Yep. I quickly pick him up.
Yep.
Okay,
I put one. Can we do like the one arm around you and one arm around me, and we just carry him together?
I'd be fine with that, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Daniel and Peregrine are picking up the figure's body. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. As you approach the figure and reach out to pick them up, all of a sudden you can feel the trembling of the sand pick up around your feet, and you can hear the ripples of the water increase and get even more violent. All of a sudden, before you can fully pick up the body, two big figures emerge
Oh shit.
from the water.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
The both of them flank your party's position. They look very fish-like in appearance, and they seem to be brandishing weaponry. Well, let me put on more appropriate music.
Yeah, I think. Am I not in the listening party?
You should be able to join again.
It says it's over.
Is it?
I'm still in it, I believe.
Let me redo it then.
All right.
Oh, no,
Um,
it says it's over. Okay, so it's just been playing random music then.
What? Okay, that's weird.
Oh, did you pause it when you went AFK?
No, I don't think I did. I should have left it running. Okay, well. Okay, I always forget controls for things. Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right.
What do you mean installing? I have it. Ah. Just open the fucking thing.
As the two fish-like figures approach you, you notice that the one to your party's right appears to be bloodied and has a fishing pole embedded inside its torso.
Oh shit.
Well, that's not good.
One of the fish like the other one to your left points its trident at you. Points its trident at the party towards the party, and it starts to speak in some garbled tongue.
I think we should put it out of its misery.
It does not appear to be very friendly.
Yeah. Should we attack it first before it attacks us?
All right. Ada's gonna take out her crossbow and point it at the one on her side.
I do believe it is time to start blasting.
As you brandish your weapons, the figures notice your hostile intentions, and one of them lets out a shriek as it raises its trident into the air, and then prepares itself into a battle stance. Roll
Right.
for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
D20 still?
Yes, everyone roll a d20 and add your initiative
That's
modifier.
Where did I put it?
Where do I see... Oh.
All right.
I got a,
total
18.
16.
I got an inconclusive somehow.
Inconclusive. What? Hold on. Let me see the chat.
Come look at this.
Hold on. Let me open the chat. You rolled a 3.
Oh, it shows up in the chat?
Yes.
It's like on
Do you
its
wa-
side, though.
All right. I'll let you re-roll it.
No, I'm totally fine with a 3. My initiative is +2, it's 5, so I don't really care about initiative. I just couldn't tell from the dice.
Okay, so Peregrine, you rolled a 5. All right, what did the rest of you roll?
I rolled a 17 plus 1, so 18.
I got a 16 total.
All right, say yours again, Eric. So Sean got a 16.
I got an 18.
Peregrine. Okay, 18, 16, 5. Okay. Okay, so I really need to figure out the initiative tracker, but sorry, I'll just type it out. Uh,
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, initiative is decided. So, Daniel, the first turn goes to you.
All right. Which one's supposed to be the damage one? Is it the one to my?
That's the one on my side.
They should be both named.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see that. I'm gonna go for the undamaged one. I'm gonna run up to it and then attack it with, like, my, great sword. Oh.
Wait, you grabbed
wait,
the
you
wrong
used the
guy.
wrong
person. Yeah. There we go.
That'd be me, partner.
So sorry about that.
Okay. How many feet of movement was that? That was 10. Okay. So, you're an up and you make an attack with what weapon against this? I'll stop calling them fish. Sahuagin.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna attack, with my greatsword. I have a feeling that slash is gonna be more important.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I'm so sorry, that's... Oh, I mean, yes. Okay, so 20 is for if it actually hits, right?
Yes, roll a d20.
Yeah. And then 2d6s.
Well, I tell you first if it hits or not, then you roll your damage.
Oh, alright.
So roll your d20. Since you're attacking with a weapon that you have proficiency in, you apply your proficiency bonus
So I got a 17, and then proficiency, I'm guessing that would be my strength?
well, no, your standard proficiency bonus for your level, which is +2. And then,
Oh, okay, so...
oh wait, do you apply your
19.
strength modifier as well for attack roll? I think you do,
I
right?
don't know, man.
Yeah. Because weapons with finesse, you apply your dexterity modifier instead.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
you
Well,
could-
with
I
finesse, you
thought
get to
you could-
choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay, so I mean, I get... I would... If I apply my strength, I have a 20.
okay. All right, roll your damage.
Oh. 5.
Okay, remember you also apply your strength modifier to the
Oh.
damage, so
8. Yeah, 8.
okay. You make a slash with your great sword, and you land it right into the Sahuagin's torso. It recoils, and as you pull the sword back out, it bleeds profusely. It it arms its trident towards you and lets out another shriek. It looks to be angrier.
Oh, crap.
I think you might have done pissed it off.
I think you're, right.
Is that all for your turn, or?
Yeah. Yeah, because I
Okay.
don't have any extra things.
Okay,
What
Ada,
class
it's your
by the
turn.
way?
Alright.
I'm fighter.
Am I in 10 feet of this guy? Why'd you
Yeah,
move
10,
him?
10 feet away. I was just doing a
Okay.
distance check.
Yeah, I was like, why is he so close? How is he so fast?
He's 10 feet away currently.
Alright, so got one use left. I'm gonna use my Draconic Cry on him. Well, I guess he's the only one within 10 feet, so.
Yeah, he would be the only applicable target. Okay. All right, so you let out a blood-curdling shout towards the Sahuagin. As it then looks like as it then shifts its attention towards you.
Yeah, now.
All right, is there a specific marker for Chronic Cry?
Well, everyone, all three of us have advantage on attack rolls until the start of my until the start of my next turn. So.
All right, I'm just
Hell
trying
yeah.
to find an applicable. Okay, advantage to hit. There we go.
All right.
That solidifies what I'm doing next turn.
Alright. Nice.
All right.
Alright, now she's gonna shoot it with her crossbow.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Where'd I put it? Oh, fuck. That almost went off. Alright, 13. Not total, but... Alright, so 18?
18. Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. I think that's D8. And what do I add to the damage roll? Is it ability modifier or is it proficiency bonus?
It's ability modifier that you used for the attack roll.
Okay, so that's 6.
6 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, tabletop lag for me, but can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing the math in my head a bit. Very sick. Okay. So, you aim your crossbow towards the Dahuagin that you've taunted, and you fire a bolt at it. You hit it right in the shoulder.
Ooh, nice.
You could see little bits of fish guts plow out from the wounds and splat onto the ground.
Fish guts are stored in the shoulder.
Some
or I guess
shoulder meat started to come out.
or flesh rather, yeah. fishy
I'm sorry,
flesh.
I didn't mean to call you out like that.
So, no, you're right. I'm just, I don't know. Well, you never know the physiology of these things, but
Very true.
anyway. So you see a few chunks of fish flesh fall off as the bolt embeds itself within within the wounded Sahuagin's shoulder.
Nice.
The Sahuagin appears a little bit more bloodied after that.
Nice.
Anything else?
No, I used my action and my bonus action, so that's it.
Okay, so first up, this guy. The wounded Sahuagin looks towards Ada, and with a shriek, it charges. All right, it first attempts to stab at you with its trident.
All right.
What's your armor class, Ada?
16.
16, okay. All right, it lunges its trident towards you, but you see it coming and manage to deftly dodge out of the way of the attack. However, seeing you dodge out of the way of its spear seems to anger it further, and he then lurches in to attempt to bite you.
Oh fuck.
Nom nom nom.
Unfortunately for it, you saw this one coming as well, and you managed to dodge right out of the way of its bite as it shamefully hits nothing but dead air.
Nice.
The second Sahuagin then looks Daniel dead in the eyes with its bulbous, fishy eyes, and attempts to slash at Daniel with its trident.
All right.
What's your armor class?
That would be 16.
Okay. Its trident manages to pierce right through your armor, unfortunately.
Oh.
And okay. Its trident pierces right through your armor, and you take a slash across your torso against the trident. You take 6 hit points damage.
Damn.
And then right after, it also reaches in for a bite. It manages to just nape your shoulder with its teeth. You take 2 damage. 2 hit points damage.
Oh my god.
Doesn't sound too good.
He sounds ouchied.
I'm
Indeed.
very ouchy right now.
Peregrine, it is your turn.
So I had this guy's arm around my shoulder already. Can I start carrying him away from these guys a little bit?
You can, because you're carrying a whole nother person, your movement speed is halved.
That definitely makes sense. So I'm gonna say, we'll say, so this is 15 feet right here. And then I'm gonna turn around. How do I turn around?
You can press Q and E to turn. There you go.
Aha. And I'm going to flick the brim of my hat, cause some reddish purplish sparks to fly out. I'm gonna grab those sparks with my hand, and I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at the one that is attacking Ada.
Okay. So you cast Eldritch Blast at the bloodied Sahuagin.
Yes, sir.
You do have to make a ranged attack roll for that one, I believe.
Yeah, and I think I have advantage.
Yes,
Well, you
because
do.
of Draconic Cry.
Sorry.
So roll two d20s. All right, so the highest value
3
was
to 4.
Youch, not lucky. You're
So I got a 9 because I have a +5.
all right. The eldritch energies within your palms crackle and seethe as you lurch the energies towards the Sahuagin attacking Ada. However, you misjudged your angle, and the blast of eldritch lightning just hits just to the right of the Sahuagin and misses him.
Well, shit.
Damn.
That's all I can do. Wrong accent, wrong voice. Sorry, that's all I can do.
Get a little bit into it.
I always do. I always do the voice too much. I have a character with a German accent, and I always do it.
Okay, back at the top of the turn order. Daniel, you're up.
All right.
Wait, do you end your turn? Rather, Peregrine, I should have asked.
Yeah, no, I'm done. For sure.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna attack with my greatsword again.
Okay, make an attack roll. Add
Wait,
your
wait,
strength and proficiency bonus.
Ignore those. That wasn't a D20. Also, my proficiency bonus is a +2, by the way, but that would be an 8.
Youch. Okay, so
We're all rolling buns.
all right, you make another attack with your greatsword towards the Sahuagin, but unfortunately this time it's prepared for your attack as it then jumps out of the way. It hops back out of the distance of your greatsword, and it whiffs entirely.
Now, for my next plan, I run away.
Nigurundayo.
You do realize that he can make a opportunity attack against you if you choose to run.
To be fair, no matter what, I'm pretty much dead. I might as well risk it at this point.
Oh.
You should
Okay.
have taken your action to disengage.
Yeah, I was just hoping that I could probably, hoping that I was able to, like, one-shot it, but I just completely whiffed.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're moving away from the Sahuagin?
Yes. I'm gonna try
Time
to
for
make
the
it
old
to
Joestar
Paragon.
classic.
All right.
Yep.
As you attempt to run from the beast, it notices you're trying to escape, and then it quickly makes a lurch forward with its trident at you. It, however, is too slow on the draw.
Yes,
And
I put my
Hey.
cat's paws together and she was praying for you.
Yes. Let's
And
go.
Yeah.
his trident also whiffs.
So do I make it to Paragon?
You can now move because his opportunity attack failed.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get back as far as I can. So like, yeah, like right there. That should be 30. And then I end my turn.
All right. Ada, you're up.
Okay.
And just so I know, after your turn ends here, your Draconic Cry ends, right?
Yeah, I know. Well, wait,
Alright.
hold on. Let me check. Until the start of your next turn.
Oh, okay. So now
it's
the
already
Draconic
over.
Cry's
So.
removed. Okay. All right. I took the token off him.
Well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit of. I think I'll use a shocking grasp on it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Put your hands all over that bitch.
I'm gonna tase him. It's gonna make taser noises. It's gonna make like loud arcing popping noises. Oh, fuck. Okay, so that'll be a 9.
9 total. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Lightning caresses your hand as you reach out and attempt to grab hold of the Sahuagin. However, its reflexes are too quick, and it hops out of the way of your hand before it can make contact.
All right. I don't think I have any cool bonus actions.
Yeah, no, we're level 1, so.
That's true. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So the bloodied Sahuagin then reaches in for another attack with its trident
Alright.
on Ada. The Sahuagin, for whatever reason, aims low, and the short end of one of the short points of the trident hits you just below the knee.
Ooh.
You take 2 hit points damage.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Wait, hold on. Again, 2 hit points?
Yes.
Okay.
The Sahuagin then immediately reaches in for a bite. Sees Daniel running away. It seems to notice that it seems to assess the situation for a bit. And then starts to make its way towards Dorn and Peregrine.
Not me. I don't have high armor class. Anyone but me.
Uh,
Now hear me out. We leave Dorn for dead.
no.
I mean, it kind of is us or him.
Nah, I got this.
Oh, okay.
It lurches out with its trident. What's your armor class, Peregrine?
Like 12, I think.
You know what? Let me double check that real quick.
Yeah, it's 12.
Oh, why isn't your character sheet in my recents? I literally looked at it the other day. There it is.
Yeah, 'cause I got leather armor, which is 11 plus my dexterity, and my dexterity is 1, so 12.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I'm getting hit here.
Its trident attempts to. He aims the trident towards you, Peregrine, but but instead of hitting you, he hits the flesh of the man on your back.
Oh shit!
Man.
The trident embeds itself into his side, and as the Sahuagin quickly reaches back out and pulls the trident out of his body, as some gaping wounds start to bleed out from where the trident hit. The Sahuagin then goes in for a bite against you.
Problematic. I don't have a lot of hit points.
Oh.
Well, you best count your lucky stars, because that Sahuagin did not pray enough to his fishy gods and this day, and instead of hitting you, he hits mere air with his teeth.
Oh, thank the hills.
The Sahuagin ends its turn. Peregrine, your turn.
I'm gonna use my one and singular spell slot that I have at level 1, and I'm gonna cast Command.
Okay. Who's your target?
Oh yeah, it's one creature. That makes me sad. The one directly in front of my face.
Okay. Let me just look up what saving throw I need to make for that guy. Wisdom. Okay. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm getting this right.
Freeze.
You mutter an incantation to make the Sahuagin obey your orders. And as the effects of the spell reach the Sahuagin, it visibly lands upon him, but it does not seem to have any effect.
Yeah, I'm reading the spell's description, and I'm seeing that little caveat that if it doesn't understand my language, it doesn't fucking work. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Anything else?
Can I toss a corpse? I'm gonna toss the corpse to Daniel. Can I do that?
We'll say that's a bonus action. Okay, so you attempt to throw the body towards Daniel.
Attempt to yuck the body.
All right. Make an. No, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, just make a strength check.
My strength is 0. So it's just a luck of the die. I really like this accent.
Oh yes, yes sir.
14.
That's total.
I ain't got nothing to add to it, brother.
Okay. All right, you aim towards Daniel and you throw the body towards him. And it flops helplessly. The person's body flops helplessly onto the ground.
Well, fuck. I just ain't doing nothing right today.
But you're now free of his constraint.
That is not what I wanted to do, but we're gonna roll with. No, we're not gonna run. I still have my movement, don't I?
Yes, but the Sahuagin is in range to make an opportunity attack against you.
I'm gonna be real honest. I'd rather take one opportunity attack than a spear attack and a bite attack.
Okay.
Go 1, 2. Daniel, he's your problem now.
So the Sahuagin attempts to reach out with its trident to hit you as you move away.
That's 30. Damn,
And-
that's far.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's 30
this
feet.
grid is a bit weird, but unplanned reprieve for this board is what I'll call it. But all right, so he makes an opportunity attack against you, and the trident just catches your feet as you attempt to run away, and it's as you can painfully feel the barbed tips of the trident embed themselves into you before the Sahuagin quickly retracts its weapon. You take 4 hit points damage.
No bueno.
Oh man, this is not it.
This ain't it, Chief.
Is the whole party gonna be wiped out?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm gonna drop the accent. I'll be real honest with you. I just met you guys.
Fair enough.
I don't know who this guy that we're rescuing is. I grabbed him out of the kindness of my heart, but once I yucked him, I was kind of done with him. He's not really my friend. He's your guys' friend. I feel bad, but I'm still gonna be blasting, but I'm not abandoning you guys. But
Yeah.
You're kind of just leaving him.
I ain't the kindest.
Okay. So do you end your turn now, Peregrine?
Yeah, I'm ending my turn all the way over here.
All right. Daniel, you're up.
Real quick. Can I tell if Dorn is alive at all?
How about you roll me a perception check. Yeah, let's go with that.
Would I have felt him breathing as I carried him prior?
As you were carrying him, you did not feel the conscious breathing on your back as you carried him.
As I see him checking him out, I'm like, better make it quick. I ain't feeling breathing.
Okay, I got 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. You attempt to look over. You attempt to look over Dorn's body, but before but the adrenaline of the fight forces scrambles your head too much to think clearly and make a proper inspection.
So I'm guessing, like, I also can't tell, like, if he's breathing even, like, from far away.
Yes, because you're in a fight right now, and yeah, that's all I'll say as a dungeon master.
That's fair.
Well, if I can't
Grab
tell,
and go.
Where I know this song.
Wait, the Barkidios theme is in here? What?
Who would have known?
Wow, okay, hello.
My favorite flagship monster.
Maybe it'll give us the luck we need, or you guys
Maybe
need.
I can
I'm the
make
fucking
something explosive happen.
I'm the fucking dick dungeon master to say to 6 Sahwag on you guys.
Well, one of them is Dorn did have the strength in him to soften one up for us, so I'll honor that.
now, should I throw Dorn? What do you guys think?
I believe throwing is an action. Let me just double check that.
But I mean, you are throwing a person.
Okay. So I just looked it up, and turns out searching an object or inspecting it is an action in combat. So you just use your action.
Damn it. Well, I can't do anything then, because I don't have any bonus actions.
Can you pick them up and try and run? Because you're not in attack range of anyone, I don't think.
You know what? I'll do that. I'll pick them up and I'll run as far as I can get, which is, if we're going by the same standards, 15.
Okay, I'll allow that. So you pick up the body and begin to dash away with him on your shoulders.
Oh my
Where
god,
you
just a minute. I gotta reset it. I'm gonna
Alright,
quickly
you have 15
run.
feet of movement.
Oh, we're splitting up.
Yeah. Gotta lure him away, so you can get a sneak attack on him.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
We're triangulating.
Alright.
Guess
Ada,
so.
you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna go for Shocking Grasp again.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
And I
Let's go.
spell attack.
Okay, roll your damage.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I get... fuck. D8. Is it?
Shocking Grass is a... Where the hell is Shocking Grasp? Not over there. There it is. 1d8.
Alright. Alright, 5, and I add my spell attack. Plus 7. 12. Is that right?
Wait, what are you
Spell
using to
attack. Oh, hi.
add? What are you using as a modifier to add?
My spell attack modifier? Is that
If a
just
spell
a
or
hit?
other effect deal... Okay, hold on. The spell tells you which dice to roll for damage and whether to add any modifiers, the book says. So, Shocking Grasp. Make a melee spell attack against the target. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal. It is not. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reaction until the start of its next turn.
Okay, so I guess just 5.
Alright. You look... Alright. Once again, you mutter a quick incantation, to you mutter a quick incantation to let lightning take hold of your hand, and you reach out towards the Sahuagin. Its reflexes are a little less sharp this time, as you grab hold of its fishy, fleshy hand, and the lightning careens through its body. You can feel the creature recoil, and it makes a painful screech as it quickly attempts to shove you off of itself.
All right.
The Sahuagin then recoils even further and takes a step back from you.
It can do that?
Or, because I said so.
All right.
Would you get an opportunity attack?
That is my reaction.
Yes, you can make an opportunity attack.
So I guess I have to use a melee weapon, don't I?
Yes,
Melee
well, there's
bomb.
no... There is no... I mean... There's no, like, thing where you have to swap weapons, so you can just make a melee attack with a melee
Or
weapon
could I
you
go
have.
for Shocking Grasp again?
I
I
don't think so.
don't think that's... Yeah, you can't use cantrips as a reaction unless it specifically is
Oh yeah,
a
I think I
reaction
need
spell.
a feat for that. All right, I'm gonna try to get him with my mace. So
Okay.
that's strength.
Roll an attack roll.
Oh, I got 12. Of course.
Okay,
Yep.
roll your damage.
Okay. That D6. Oh, 6. I
Oh,
guess 6 minus 1 because it doesn't use proficiency bonus, but just my strength.
Okay.
All right. So
Well, are you
5.
proficient with the maces?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you do add your proficiency modifier to the well, no, you add your proficiency modifier to the attack roll,
Not the
You make your-
damage roll.
not the damage roll. No.
But does the damage roll use my strength?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So that's 5.
Okay. So, as the Sahuagin takes a step back you quickly capitalize upon the opportunity, and you reach to your waist and quickly slash with your mace at it. The mace connects right at its head,
Ooh.
as you can feel the mace splat even more fish flesh from his body. The Sahuagin then recoils even further, and appears to be quite very so out of shape, to put it mildly. It's visibly clenching its wounds with one of its hands as it stands there and mutters some strange tongue.
It should come closer to me.
Yes. Or
Is that your turn?
Well, I can still move.
Yes.
Uh,
That's why I'm asking. Is that your turn? So you say if you're.
so if 1, 2.
All right. If you need me to, I can get another miniature here to.
Can I have the measuring tool thing?
Yeah. You know what? We'll get the poor carriage driver to help out real quick. So you're currently here. Where are you trying to move to?
Can I grab him?
Yeah. Move the carriage driver to where you want to go. This would be in, or yeah, no, that wouldn't be in range. Okay.
Alright, yeah, so there.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So,
I grabbed both. Thank you.
all right.
That was
Thank you, carriage driver.
very kind of you.
You may now
Damn,
be
he can
banished back to
move.
the Shadow Realm.
Behind the nether realms of the DM screen.
Yes.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep. I'm done.
Okay. The bloodied Sahuagin that you so viciously attacked appears to be looks out towards the general direction of most of the party members of the party, and it makes a whinnied screech towards the party, and it turns its back, and it hobbles its way into the water.
That's right. Descend into the black and don't come back.
How far away is it from me? Is it underwater?
It's currently not submerged completely in the water, but it's waist deep about now.
Good.
The other Sahuagin sees its accomplice go out towards the water, and it looks towards Ada, and it makes another shriek, but this one doesn't sound of a war cry. This one sounds more of this one still has an aggressive tone, but it appears to withdraw its trident. And then it also begins to follow suit towards the other Sahuagin into the waters.
All right.
Hello. That was British.
Well, howdy there.
Hello. There we go. Back to Southern. Hello.
You're all right. You're still technically in combat, so
Oh.
Peregrine, it's your turn.
Sorry. I'll go. I thought we were out of combat. I'll go back.
They haven't moved off the board, so quite yet.
That's
So
a very good point.
Yeah.
Put him back. Okay. This is. Do I want to keep throwing spells at them? I kind of want to keep throwing spells at them.
that's
If we
entirely
kill-
your decision.
If we do kill one of them, we do get XP. So
I mean, even if they retreat, but like, I don't know. It's not my call to make. I should not say that.
It is Peregrine's turn, so it is entirely his decision whether to attack or not.
I have my own reasons for wanting to kill this thing. I want to kill it. How far is there a measuring line?
All right. Well, you can use your figure as measuring. So.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. So, which one are you aiming towards?
This one.
All right. That one's
He's
50
within
feet away from you.
Good thing Eldritch Blast has a 60-foot range, baby.
Nice.
So anyway, I started blast. I've got that in my head now. It's your fault.
So, do you attempt to make a ranged spell attack with Eldritch Blast?
I do indeed.
Make an attack roll.
13? Yeah, because plus 5.
Oh yeah, that is right. Okay. All right, roll for damage.
Nice.
That is 1d10. Give me something good, baby. Give
I
me
believe it's a
something good.
1d10 plus 1.
Is it?
I believe it is. Let me just quickly fact check that. Eldritch Blast is... Oh no, it's just 1d10. Never mind. Sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. Rolling the d10. Give me a 10. 3.
Ah,
Okay.
Do I kill it?
You mutter an incantation as you allow eldritch lightning to course through your fingertips and aim towards the escaping Sahuagin. The lightning connects, and it's almost as though you can feel the brief connection you have between yourself, the lightning, and the Sahuagin as it fries it from the inside.
ooh, yes.
The Sahuagin shudders and screeches from the shock, and then you could visibly see steam come off of its fishy body as it then plops face forward into the watery sand.
Hey.
You also see that where I was previously stabbed, if you're looking at me, you see that where I was previously stabbed glows a little bit with a like a devilish red light, and my wound heals up a little.
Is there a dead marker? Yes, there is.
Yeah.
That nerd who died.
All right.
Bless his heart.
After your attack finishes and the Sahuagin flops onto the ground, seemingly dead, the other Sahuagin sees this and turns its head towards the group, and yet again lets out another shriek as it raises its trident and aims it towards the party.
Oh.
I may
Alright.
have just screwed someone other than myself, and I do apologize.
I think we can take him.
It's only one guy.
I may have a trick. A little trick.
Daniel, it's your turn. If Peregrine, you're choosing to end your turn now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Daniel, your turn.
By any chance, by dropping Dorn, does that use up a action?
It's would it be counted as using an object?
I mean, if you're just dropping him, it could just be.
Okay, it says you normally interact with an object while doing something else, such as when you draw a sword as part of an attack. So, since it's just a soul action... Alright, you know what, I'll say that it does not use an action. So, you can drop him.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop him, and then I'm gonna run... Yeah, like, right about there. And then...
Okay.
I'm gonna try... Yeah, let's see. How far, can a light crossbow go? Like
It's
the bolt?
He's 25 feet out from your current position. Light crossbow, I believe, has a effective range of 80 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna fire at him.
Yes, it does. You can fire within 80 feet to make it a normal attack roll. You could or you can choose to attempt to attack further out, up to 320 feet, but with disadvantage on the attack roll. That's how it works.
Oh, well, I mean...
So
from where
he's within
I
range.
am-
You can make a normal attack roll.
Yeah. I mean, he's only 25 feet away from me, so...
Yeah. So roll for attack roll.
any modifier that I could add to that, or
Your dexterity modifier.
so that would be a 13.
Okay, roll for damage.
Clear, and then it's gonna be a D8. That would be an 8.
So, all right, 8 damage.
Wait. Does anything get added to that? I'm sorry.
For a ranged attack.
Dex, maybe.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be dex modifier. So
Okay,
add your
so
dex
9.
modifier.
9. No
Okay.
proficiency either, or would that be?
No proficiency bonus added for damage roll.
Okay. Yeah. So.
All right.
Total of 9.
All right. You aim your crossbow at the Sahuagin that's now that now seems reinterested in reinvigorated in fighting the group. And you make a shot. The bolt connects right into Sahuagin's eye
So, anyways, I started blasting.
and pierces directly through, and you can see the as the flesh of the Sahuagin comes out the other end of the bolt. The Sahuagin immensely recoils. And then, however, he does not fall down dead. He looks towards you, Daniel, and it looks as though he very much has murder in his eyes.
Well, I.
Or his eye, rather. Yes.
Well, someone's gonna have to hit him in the other eye.
Dibs.
Can do. Unless I
Well.
get there first, of course.
Well,
You
I
dare
end my
disrespect Dibs?
I mean, I get to go first.
Wah.
Well, Daniel, do you end your turn now?
turn. Yeah, no, I end my turn.
Okay, Ada, you're up.
Okay. So. Yeah, I don't know, or can we...
Right
So that's...
there.
So this is all one grid.
Do you need me to get out our helpful friend again?
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh,
So,
hold on, I need the
From your
pointer.
current position,
I love how it puts it on the little head like a hat.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be too close to this guy.
What if you
Just so you-
go like
just-
right over here?
just so you know as well, the water would be considered difficult terrain for you,
Yeah,
so
I'm out here.
it would be
he's
harder to
there.
move in.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Just gonna-
Pew pew.
He's on the sideline now. He's cheering us on.
Alright, I'm gonna hit him with a crossbow shot.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Anyways, we started blasting.
Alright. I think that's 11.
11 total.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You aim your crossbow and at the Sahuagin and take a shot at it. The bolt whizzes through the air, but it misses the Sahuagin by just an inch, and the bolt whizzes past.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's it.
All right.
My turn's over.
Sahuagin then... Actually... Well, okay, this was his position, right? So... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh. Yep. The Sahuagin rushes towards Daniel. And with rage in its remaining eye, it attempts to attack with its trident towards Daniel. Oh, will this work with me? Okay, your armor class is 16. However, it's too over encumbered with its own rage to properly aim, and it just hits the ground right in front of you with its trident.
Could it be that I hit it in its dominant eye?
Perhaps.
Mayhaps. A
Mayhaps.
chance.
Then frustratingly, it then attempts to make a bite towards you with its gaping jaw. But too fatigued to properly reach you, it also misses as he helplessly lurches through nothing in the air.
Definitely because it can't, or definitely not because it can't see too well.
Peregrine, it is your turn.
That's 20 feet. And now, oh shit. That's not what I meant to do. Now, if I go... Hang on. Can I do that?
What the fuck is going on?
That
go
path.
here.
Well, that path would put you in range of its opportunity attack.
Darn, I was trying to get behind it to blast them from the back.
Yeah,
Oh well.
for all intents and purposes, opportunity attacks are considered 360 degrees around around 5 feet around the creature. So no matter where it's currently looking, it doesn't matter. It can still make an attack against you. If you're wading into the water, it's gonna be difficult terrain, so it would start to have your move speed.
Yeah. So I think I'd be able to get to like whatever. I'll just be sad. I'll just Eldritch Blast from somewhere out.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Where am I moving? I'm gonna move here.
Just so you know, for all intents and purposes as well, unless the attack specifically is AoE and says that it hits all associated creatures in its area of effect, your attack, any attacks pass through allied units.
Sick.
So you don't have to worry about finding the right angle to shoot with your crossbow or whatever, or spell, unless it's AoE.
Cool. No, I just wanted to entice him to maybe charge at me to leave some other people alone, because I know people are hurting on health.
All right. Yeah, well, I'm just clarifying in case that's what you were doing, so.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, Ada isn't too badly beat up, so like.
Well, I had my little magic thing happen that made me all better, so I'm good. Rolling a d20. What did I get? It's like cocked again.
The chat says 8. So,
Cool. 13 again.
all right. Roll for damage.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. 4.
Okay. Once again, you allow the Eldritch Lightning within your arm to engulf, and with your fingertips, you aim towards the Sahuagin. The blast connects, and once again you can feel that almost invigorating sensation as the Sahuagin fries from its inside against the might of your blast. The Sahuagin, now with no more energy, flops down.
Temporary hit points don't stack, right?
No, they don't.
Didn't think so.
I think you can only have one at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can only have one source of temporary hit points at a time, and they do not stack.
didn't think so. So my my thing doesn't activate again, or it reactivates and I get the same amount of HP.
And with that, this combat encounter has concluded.
Thank God. I only
We
had
better
a
check
third
on
of my
old
have-
health.
buddy. We better check on old buddy, make sure he's still alive.
You know,
Have to-
I think you're right.
Okay, so you're going to check out the man's body.
Yep.
Well, that's not encouraging.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, you make your way towards the person's body that you've attempted to save, and just from a glance, from walking up to it, while walking up to it, you could see that they're visibly not breathing.
Well,
Alright,
shit.
it is gonna try to...
As you stand over the body, you can very definitely recognize the visage of Dorn.
You know, I heard somewhere that if you shock someone enough, they might, wake up again, even from death.
Alright, Ada wants to check it over and see if she can do anything. Or if he's
Roll a
already
medicine
too far
check.
gone. Alright, please. Alright. 16 plus 4, 20. Total 20.
You rolled a 20 total.
20 total, yes.
Okay. So you inspect Dorn a bit further, and you take a proper medical examination. Checking for his pulse, you feel nothing. You attempt to do some resuscitation, but it seems to have no effect.
Please, DED.
Damn.
For medicine checks, that's something that you would need to know beforehand, or can does anyone do that if
So-
they have
Well, medicine checks would be used to diagnose diagnose a person's condition if they have an ailment of some sort, and perhaps even treat it. However, I would say it's very difficult to properly assess or treat a person who is dead.
Perished.
so
Alright. Can I try casting Cure Wounds on him?
Okay.
I
Well,
removed my hat out of respect.
you attempt to cast you cast Cure Wounds onto Dornan, and you touch his cold body. However, the spell does not appear to have any effect. He does not move any further.
Oh. Damn, he gone. Dead for sure.
He did for real.
Does that use my last spell slot, or is it?
Well, yes, you casted the spell, so
Is...
you used it.
Well, alright, well.
Well, I'm gonna go check, the fish's body. Especially the one that's on land.
I'll go swimming out to the one that's in the water.
Okay. So Daniel, you move over to inspect the body of the Sahuagin that's still on land.
Yep, and if you don't mind, can I just quickly just chop its head off just to make sure it's actually dead and not just like knocked out?
Okay, so let me think about this. So So Daniel, you approach the Sahuagin's lifeless body as it lays its fins embedded in the sand and completely dug in. You take one look over at its lifeless maw. You reach up with your great sword and you hack down towards its neck. Make a strength check.
All right.
Double tap, baby.
Oh wait. Oh, it's just rolling a d20, right?
Yeah, it's D20.
Okay. I'm sorry that I keep asking about that.
It's fine. Just so you know, all ability checks require a D20 roll.
Okay.
So
I got an 18 when I add my +3.
Okay. Your great sword makes contact with the Sahuagin's neck, and it effortlessly cleaves its head from the rest of its body. Fishy blood and flesh spews out from the gaping neck wound.
All right.
And as the head departs from the body, you can swear you almost see the second eye of the Sahuagin, the one that was not shot through with a bolt, almost blink.
Ooh. Thank God I killed it then.
That's freaky.
So, I also do have another question. Since I know that the Sahuagin, or however you pronounce it, has a trident, do I need to, like, if I search its body, am I always gonna find the trident, or can I just, like, pick this trident up because, like, I know it has it?
Yeah. Well, so you search the body.
Yes.
Okay. You search the Sahuagin's body. You find just the basic cloth it had around its waist, and you pick up the trident that it was using during combat. Parts of the tips of the trident seem to have chipped off after the battle.
Okay,
I'm dragging this other one to land.
So, do I put that in my equipment, or can I put that in my attacks and spell castings?
You can take the trident, and it is a weapon, so you can use it.
And then
So,
damage trident, I would call it, since you said it is slightly damaged, or does that not
yes,
matter?
you can add chipped trident to your inventory.
And then how much attack bonus would that be?
Well, give me a second here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. My job is the DM.
Body.
1d6 minus 1.
I'm guessing a
Guess
minus
minus one
1.
'cause it's damage.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's because it's chipped. It has a 4 modifier.
Now, in D&D, can I, like, try to fix it, or...
Perhaps.
Oh, wait, doesn't
You have-
Ada have a, like, a repair spell or something like that we used quite a while ago?
Mending.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I can cast Mending.
Mind doing that for me, please, Sean? Or, I mean,
Well, I'm still by Dorn.
Okay.
I'm a
While you're
Lucas.
doing that, we'll shift attention real quick to Peregrine as he inspects the other Sahuagin's corpse.
Looting the body. Looting the body.
You could, as you inspect the, so you do a proper search, Peregrine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As you inspect the Sahuagin's body, you can see that that smoke still emanates from its body after you blasted it with your eldritch incantations and spell. You search through the Sahuagin's body, and on him you find the same type of garment that the other Sahuagin had on its person, and you find another chipped trident. You also notice something embedded within one of the Sahuagin's teeth. It
Ooh.
appears to be shining.
Yoink.
You want to yoink it?
I would very much like to yoink it. I have a dagger that I can use to, like, wiggle it out.
Make a strength check.
Where in the money? Strength checks plus a 0. Let's go and roll this. $19.
19. Lucky.
Pop.
Okay. You reach your hand into the Sahuagin's mouth, and you... Are you wearing gloves? I just need to ask.
Would I have gloves? I'd have gloves as an archaeologist. I wouldn't want to touch historic objects. I'd have gloves.
Okay. So, you reach into the Sahuagin's mouth, and you could... Even though your hands are protected by your gloves, you could feel the disgusting moistness of the Sahuagin's inner flesh. And as you attempt to pull out the shiny object in its mouth, you could faintly feel what you presume to be its tongue slosh against your glove.
Yucky, yucky, yucky.
However, with just a little further elbow grease, you manage to successfully pull the object out from its mouth. As you hear a slight squishing sound from its withdrawal.
Yuck. I look
Yuck
at it.
indeed.
The object appears to be a nice shiny gemstone, green in coloration, shaped almost like a tooth. It's about a little smaller than the size of your pinky.
Well, well, well. Looky what we have here.
Fine.
I ain't too sure myself. I don't know what this thing.
So you're looking towards gemstone in Peregrine's possession.